hope traders and investors alike were green today. Just want to go over our day really quick. I'm not going to get into much detail. I want to talk about how well our levels work daily. We can point out, so we started selling off yesterday and after hours, and we pulled back, data point, as we've been telling the members, data point to data point. We're trading from data point to data point. CPI yesterday, PPI today, they're just pulled the market back awaiting the numbers. And you can see at market open, or actually in pre-market, we come down, tested our level. It struggled to hold, but held until open. At market open, we ripped down below it, come back, retested the 373.52, ripped down rate, come all the way down to the 371.16, put in a base. That could have been a nice trade right there. Put in a base, pushed back up, was able to retake the 373.52 level, come down, retested it right there. There's your retest and push. Put in a top here, pull back again, tested it, took it out, but struggled to hold, was able to come through it, and you got the classic trend catalyst, trend break play, flagged right into the VWAP. Pushed. I would have probably, just my style of trading, I would have probably took profits at the 200. You could have definitely stayed in. I would have probably cut there and got back in above the 200. That's just the way that I've been trading. I'm just in and out constantly, locking profits in. Especially the last couple of days, it's been hard to stay into them. It's where it's been so choppy. Done very well scalping, but as for the trade alerts, just haven't been putting them out the last 2 days. Maybe tomorrow things will lighten up. Tomorrow's options expiration for the month, so maybe a lot of times that day actually turns bullish. We'll see how the market goes. So let's look at Apple. This thing was a honey badger today, was a monster. We had option flow and volume coming in on it. You can see the big push here. A really nice move. Let's look at Affirm. It did very well from our morning watch list. Surprising move on this one. I really didn't expect this one to do so well. You can see it pushed up, seeing resistance at the 200, come back down. After it took that 200 out, it ripped up. If you wasn't into it by then, this would have been a perfect entry right there. Flagging on the 9, push, flagging on the 9, push. This pulled back here. I don't know if I would have took this because, days that we push strong and we have breath rising, which is participation in the market, even though we've still seen a lot of selling in the New York Stock Exchange. Some things didn't quite add up today, but we got to move. We get in. We don't get over. We don't let our opinions get to us and get overly opinionated on the market going one way or the other. So we're not paralyzed when the market makes a move. So, we trade like this, so we're able to get in and trade. We don't overthink anything. We trade the move and not get over opinionated on which way the market's going to go for the day. But this made a nice move. I don't know if I would have took this trade to the downside, but we did get a nice pullback here, a nice open underneath the 9 with a nice pullback. You had a nice high MACD there, so there's a good chance when you have a high MACD that runs like that you're going to get a nice pullback for a cool off. I've also seen these big high runs cool off and just drag along and continue to push. But a lot of times when you get a sharp push like that with a high MACD, you can get a better pullback. And that's exactly what happened. You can see it come down here. Wasn't a huge pullback. You can see, come down here, chopped around. When it took that 9 and 20 out, classic trend break, pushed up, flagged again, pushed up, and then we got a nice stair-stepping pullback at the end of the day. Let's take a look at Boeing, another one from the list that we've been watching, our day trading list that we do videos on in the morning. It had a nice push. It ripped it open right into the 200. So personally, if I would have took this trade, I would have traded up to the 200 and then waited. But when it cleared all those levels, big pop, pulled back again, retested the 200, popped again. These pops like that, they just make it extremely hard to get into them and stay into them. But you can move in and out of them and lock in profits. Another one. So we had some news come in today, and this is why it's so awesome to be so informed. So BABA was already doing poorly. A lot of the Chinese stocks were already doing poorly. And news dropped about data being breached, and this thing just ripped, sold off. I know one member had a really nice opportunity. He sent me a screenshot, and that's an awesome play. Congratulations, Josh, for catching that move. Just an awesome play there. Let's look at cost. Another one we've been watching on the weekly. We just do one video a week with some different charts. And this cost is one that we've been watching there. This made a really nice move today. Also want to look at Revlon. This was one that come across the squawk. Provided some opportunities there. You can see it just chopped around this little symmetrical triangle like pattern. The news come in and it ripped. That provided an opportunity. And you can almost see shoulder, head, shoulder. So seeing that, you know, there's a good chance it's going to pull back. It's kind of saved by the bell there at the end of the day. Just want to see where that goes tomorrow. Definitely want to keep an eye on that little pattern on the 5. Head and shoulders on the 5 doesn't mean it's going to, you know, crash to zero or anything, but we may see a pullback off that tomorrow. But by the sessions changing in this market, it may not play out at all. Just worth keeping an eye on. The volume characteristics is really pretty much there for it, though. You got volume on the move up. Got volume on the move up there. I would like to have seen a little more here on this pullback. But it's, you know, if that would have been in the middle of the trading day, seeing something like that probably would pay off a little better. Still worth keeping an eye on. Well, I hope to see everybody in the trading room. Good luck tomorrow. Protect that capital. And remember, discipline is the key. Have a good night.